Hello and welcome to all our Weighted to Win viewers. Good to be in the hot seat, and it'll just be myself, Brandon, and obviously Darren Burrows on the line. But we'd love to engage with you. Not forgetting we've got various social media platforms that you can engage with the Weighted to Win team. We've got the Twitter handle up on the screen. You've got that option of WhatsApp. Please feel free to join us, and we'd love to hear from you to improve the product. You've got the 4racing.tv online platform, YouTube, and of course Channel 240 on DSTV. All right, so it's a 9-race program out at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth, and it looks to be a smashing program. Obviously the return of Comedy Ding. We'll chat about him a bit later on. I'd like to give you some sort of guide in terms of fixed odds betting for race number 1. 11 Head Girls at 5-2, the 10 Electric Fields at 28-10, 7 Great Cat at 7-1, and it's 8-1 in Better Bar those. All right, so I've just got Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, the first race does look to be tricky. Obviously the horse with form is number 11 Head Girl. Is that where we're going to go?
Well, Head Girl, last time out she was favourite. She showed a lot of speed and just found nothing the final 100. Electric Fields did finish ahead of her. There was only half a length separating numbers 10 and 11. So there won't be much between them. The improver in the race could be Heed Komi Boki. Now, this filly was supported on debut. She ran 7th behind Distinction, fading late. There's been as many as 8 winners from that form line. So if not in need of a run, expect a decent effort. And then I was at the stables on Friday morning and at Adam Marcus's yard, and he said Sahara Gold is a really nice filly, may just need the one outing, but should be there.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's important information for the viewers out there. So Adam Marcus obviously likes Sahara Gold as a horse and might just need the experience, but maybe a horse that we can follow for going forward in the future. All right, so we're going to jump into selections for race number 1. Let's see what the team's going to do. I see they're going a place over here, number 2, Hirkom Aboki. So Hirkom Aboki certainly must have some sort of a chance. There was money for this horse first time out, ran 7th on debut, and with natural improvement could be the one that we need to focus on. Grant Berg gets the ride for the Harold Crawford and Michelle Ricks yard. So could represent the value over here in the first race. We're looking forward to it, and it goes off at 12.55. All right, so we're on to race number 2, and naturally this will be the first leg of the bipot, being a 9-race program. Follow Cape Racing on social media. You won't be disappointed. Great to follow them on social media. And this is a maiden plate over 1,000 meters. All right, having a look at the betting. I see Dennis Dreyer's got a nice horse over here, a first-timer. Sevilius, Sean Veal, well, he's already had a good time out in the Western Cape. 2 Charlie Malone's at 4-1, but the one Sevilius has been backed into 2-1. Do you know anything about this horse, Darren?
No, I actually didn't include this horse at first, but now that I've seen the support into 2-1, Dennis Dreyer gets him ready on debut. He's obviously brought some decent ones down to Cape Town for the season. The Dam was a stakes winner over 1,200 meters. Bypath Fork could make a winning debut. Others to consider, Trippy T, not a bad effort on debut. Open to improvement. Night Tiger down in Trip, and Charlie Malone.
Yeah, look, it's not a cheap operation to travel these horses, and being a first-timer, probably a horse that does show quite a bit back at home, so respect the money and just watch this horse move down to the start and continue to watch the market with Sevilius. It is the first leg of the bipot, so we're going to go and have a look at these selections. Daryl Marie's tipped us a bipot, so let's go and see what he's done over here. 1, 2, 6 and 7 in the first leg, by 8 and 10, by 3 and 9, by 1, 5, 6 and 7, by 4, 6, 9, 10 and 12, by Banker 11 at the back, and the spend is 320 Rand. Bipot starts race 2 at 1:30. To the first leg of the place accumulator out in the Western Cape, and a very open race. I'd love to get the input from Darren Burrows over here, because there's a few horses that are looking to improve after disappointing efforts last time out. I see the favourites over here is going to be Richard Faree for now. He's riding number 9, Holy Orders, who's trading at about 33-10. The 8 Stratospherics at about 7-2. The 11 Karyaku's at 7-2. And it's 9-2 in Better Bar those. All right, not an easy race here, Darren. Obviously, this horse Stratospheric I thought was very disappointing last time out. Holy Orders looks to be improving, and Karyaku, well, I don't know what you thought, but probably a horse that was very unlucky not to get out the maidens last time.
Yes, Kariaka should never have lost. He left his runner stride too late, but should never have been that far back. I thought between the Snaith runners, Hawk Circle has been gelded, and they've told the public before that he's a really nice horse and he's got a future ahead of him. Last time out, disappointing, but on his second start, he's definitely one to consider with 54.5 kilos. Stratospheric. Now, he ran second behind Champion Warrior, and he was quite unlucky. He couldn't get a clear run. But then last time out, probably took no interest once again. So he's becoming one of those horses you can't really trust, but he's definitely got a say at best. And Holy Orders, that was good improvement last time out behind a highly thought of horse. So he's also should be right there.
Yeah, it does look to be a trappy race. Obviously, like I say, there's a few horses that were a bit disappointing last time out, and then you get a horse like Kariaku, who probably should have won last time, but that's for another day. We're going to jump into selections, being the first leg of the PA. Daryl Marie's tipped us the PA. Let's have a look and see what he's done. He's gone 8 and 10 in the first leg, by 3 and 9, by 1, 5, 6 and 7 in leg 3, by 4, 6, 9, 10 and 12, by Banker 11, by 3 and 5, by Banker 7, and 320 Rand. We'll give it to you twice. All right, so we're on to the big one, the pick 6, and I certainly think that the punters will give this one a full go. The pick 6 starting in race 4. Just having a look at the fixed odds betting, I see number 9, Kingdom of Heaven, has found a lot of late support, 18 to 10. 7, Charlie Croker's gone 3 to 1 at 6 to 1 and better bar those. I'm very interested in this horse, Kingdom of Heaven. Let's chat to Darren Burrows about him. I thought a lovely performance first time out, and when you have a look at him, Darren, he's got that come on look.
This horse could be anything. What a run on debut, because he's bred to go double the distance. And for him to get within a length and a half of Wyag, horses like that, Wyag has franked the form, running second behind Hammy's Hero next time out. If not in need of one more run, I think he can win. So he will be my first choice over horses like Charlie Croker, had the 9 starts up in trip, could get it right this time. And then Over on Ice and Laughing William, others to consider.
Yeah, just before I do completely wrap up with Darren Burrows, I just want to get the inputs. Obviously, you get a lot of the on-the-ground talk there in the Western Cape. Word has got to me that they think this horse is way above average, Kingdom of Heaven. Is that the case? I mean, obviously, it's still early days. We don't want to pull the trigger. They still need to come to the races and perform. But stepping up in trip, the further he goes, the better he's going to be.
Yes, that's why I say if not in need of one more run, maybe a horse looking for 2,000 meters in time to come, but his class could carry him through, and there is word about him.
All right, beautiful. Thank you very much to Darren Burrows. Let's go and see what we're doing in terms of selections. It is the first leg of the pick 6, and like I say, we're hoping to sail past 700, even a million if we possibly can. Darren Burrows has tipped us a pick 6, 3, 7, 8 and 9 in the first leg, by 5, 6 and 7, by 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So they don't like the look of leg 3, by 3, 5, 8 and 11 in leg 4, by Banker 3, by 2 and 7, and a full unit is 864 Rand. I believe Daryl Marie's also tipped us a pick 6. He's going 3, 7, 8 and 9 in the first leg, by 1, 5, 6 and 7, by 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 and 12, by 3, 5, 8 and 11, by 3 and 5, by 5 and 7, and the spend is 1,792 Rand. My only suggestion is maybe put the two picks together, both Daryl Marie and Darren Burrows, and you can add, subtract wherever you feel free, but more importantly, make sure that those pick 6s on by 1440. All right, so we're on to race number 5, and naturally that means it's the first jackpot. Let's have a look at the market. Number 6 is your favorite at 19 to 10. The 5 love rules at 5 to 2, at 7 to 1 and better bar those. What can you tell us for this race? I see the money late over here is for number 6, Darren.
Yes, between numbers 5, 6 and 7, I'm actually leaning towards Love Rules. Now, I was impressed with her second start. I thought she was let go a little bit too early, and she got collared late. Last time out, she had excuses. She cost a lot of money as a yearling. I'm expecting a big run. And then Sarki started 40 to 1 on debut, but a really good effort behind the hot favorite that day, Red Sash. And then Anna Karina, a dynasty out of Spice Gold. This filly could improve a lot stepping up in trip.
Yeah, it does look to be a good race. Obviously, natural improvement lies with number 6, Sarki. I see Grant Fanikak's been booked to ride for Andre now. You can never discount the chances of Love Rules. I think you'll get a better performance from that one. I see the Blonde Bombers out in the Western Cape as well. Pierce Stradham, he's got one to go to reach that milestone in his career. He's riding number 2 over here, and that's from the Mike Stewart yard. But it is the first leg of the jackpot, so we're going to look at selections. Let's see what the weighted to win team are going to do in the first leg of the jackpot. They're going 1, 5, 6 and 7 by 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 by 3, 5, 8 and 11 by 3 and 5, and the spend is 288 Rand. We're on to race number 6, and again, it looks to be a wide open market. It does start off jackpot 2. I see 9 to 2 favourites. Number 8, Jury Duty. 3, Varistocracy's gone 5 to 1. It's 11 to 2 and better bar those. I'm going to chat to Darren Burrows. Darren, obviously, you're very close with Adam. Can you give us confidence over here? 9 to 2 looks a good price.
He does like her. He said she's doing really well at home, and in this type of company will take a lot of beating. So Jury Duty, one of my first choices, and then a horse like Persistence at a big price. His rating has absolutely tumbled, and it was good to see the improvement he made last time behind Bluff and Bluff, and he's dropped another 4 points. So Jury Duty and Persistent, but this is the leg we played the widest in the pick 6.
Yeah, I just want to get your input on this horse, Swift Action, because I've been following him for quite some time from the Pit Buerta yard. I see Jabo Jacobs been booked to ride. Has he got an outside chance over here?
He's actually my third choice, Swift Action. He ran third behind Bluff and Bluff over 1,000 meters. And then last time out was beaten by a very smart horse, Champion Warrior. So he's got to go into all bets.
All right, so race gets underway at 15.50, so it does start off jackpot 2. Let's go and see what we're doing with selections over here. It is up on your screen as we speak to you. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. By 3, 5, 8 and 11 in the second leg. By 3 and 5. And at the back going 5 and 7. And the spend's 144 Rand. Open race, it gets underway at 15.50 and it's over 1,000 meters. Oh, this is a great race. I think many punters will be waiting to see this. Obviously, there's a few horses over here using this as a preparation for bigger and better things in the Cape Summer season. Race number 7 off at 16.25. Favourite 4 to 1, number 8, Rio Quirari. The 11, Trip of Fortune at 4 to 1. Comedy Ding, number 3 is at 11 to 2. And it's 15 to 2 and better bar those. Great race this, Darren. Having a look at this particular race, I mean, high-class sprinter like Rio Quirari. Trip of Fortune, done nothing wrong. Comedy Ding probably be on the short side. What are we doing in what looks to be an open race, race number 7?
Well, I thought between 4 runners, I think Daryl and I landed on the same 4. Trip of Fortune, very smart sprinter up to 1,400 meters. He's got to shoulder the weight, but he's definitely the horse to beat. Now, Comedy Ding, it wouldn't surprise me to see him go very close in this lineup. A lot of good horses coming back fresh, first run back in a sprint. They can flash up. So don't ignore Comedy Ding's chances in this lineup. Good Traveller is the value in the race. He's a very smart horse. Pierce Stradham in the saddle. Last run, 2 lengths off Captain's Ransom in a grade 1. He's very capable of an upset. And Rio Quirari had a long layoff, but is capable.
Just tell us a little bit about this horse, Universal. Where's he in terms of preparation? I know he's a lovely looking horse. This is probably on the short side for him, but where's he in terms of prep?
He's going to need the run. He's looking for a lot further, but a horse to follow in the season for sure.
All right, and then just last question, being one of the features on the card, before we have a look at selections, Darren, this horse over here, Tempting Fate. We know that on his day, he can be one of the best sprinters in South Africa. We just need to catch him right. And then your opinion on Sergey as well.
Tempting Fate, he went through a very disappointing patch, but Veal did say back in the day, one of the best horses he's ridden And he's very capable. I mean, he beat Captain Fontaine last time out. If I'm not mistaken, that was his first run without the blinkers and being gulled. So it wouldn't surprise me to see him flash up. And then Sergey, a very good sprinter, also in with a chance.
There's some lovely horses over here. It's going to be an interesting race. And like I say, it's just a pipe opener for many of the big names like Comedy Ding. There's many others. We don't know where Rio Quirari is in terms of preparation, but I'm sure Justin Snaith and the team out on the course will keep us up to speed. All right, so we're going to jump into selections. Let's go and see what we're doing in this little mini feature, being the Bantry Bay Stakes. It's over 1,200 meters. We take an exacta box. We go 3, 5, 8, and 11. 3 Comedy Ding, 5 Good Traveller, the 8th horse, which is Rio Quirari, and number 11, Trip of Fortune. 120 Rand gives it to you 10 times. All right, so another good race to watch. This is the Western Cape Fillies Championship. It's a grade 2 over 1,400 meters. I'm just waiting for the betting to populate in front of me over here. I'd love to see what they're doing because Ciao Bella for me is a very smart horse. Is your 5-2 favourites. 13 Golden Hostess at 9-2. 5 Hold My Hand at 5-1. It's 8-1 and better bar those. All right, Darren, what are we doing over here? Ciao Bella for me, a horse I've been watching very closely, and personally, I think she's going to take a power beating.
Well, I'm very excited to see Ciao Bella back. I think she's a classic filly, one of my favourite fillies in training. I was at the course last time out. I saw her in the ring and I said they can't beat this filly. Quintus Light was the favourite on that occasion, and she came past Quintus Light very comfortably. I think she's going to be much more suited to the 14, drawn well. I've chosen to banker this filly, and I think she's got a bright future.
Yeah, there we go. Short and sweet from Darren Burrows. Darren, paint the picture for us. I mean, we in Joburg, we only get to see some of these horses on screen. Lovely looking horse. Does she give you that sort of feel that she can win a grade 1?
She does. She looks a classic type filly in the flesh as well. So I'm really excited to see her run.
I think we've fallen on the same horse. I've always loved the look of Ciao Bella, and I think we'll see the real Ciao Bella again at the races come Saturday afternoon. All right, so we're going to jump into selections. Let's see what we're doing over here. This is the penultimate today, and I see Darren Burrows, short and sweet. He's going to go and take the 5-2. Ciao Bella, win bet race number 8. It's the Western Cape Fillies Championship, and it's over 1,400 meters. It's off at 5 o'clock. The lucky last from the Western Cape. I've got a funny feeling we're all on the same horse over here. Champion Warrior shortened up. They opened him 22-10. He's now at 16-10. Let's go straight to Darren Burrows. Darren, I think short and sweet. Champion Warrior, he really does look to be the real deal.
He looks the real deal on his 2 starts to date. He showed really good improvement last time out from his debut. I didn't watch the race live. I watched it a week later, the replay. And he floated past him. I mean, he didn't use the whip. He just shook the reins and he absolutely accelerated away in style. The word is he's doing exceptionally well and that he has improved. And in this type of company, I expect him to win quite well and obviously a Guineas contender from here on. And then Voldemort, I'll make my second choice.
All right, yeah. All you need to do is watch Champion Warrior go down to the start and you'll see why we're oozing confidence. He's a lovely looking horse and he's got a devastating turn of foot. We're hoping that he remains unbeaten. Let's have a look at those selections. Let's see what we're doing. Short and sweet. If we get to the lucky last, we're going to try and take what we can of Champion Warrior. I think he'll continue to slim in the markets. All right, that's it from the Weighted to Win team. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope that Cape Town Racing treats you well, and we're really looking forward to what's still to come. Obviously, the likes of Comedy Ding, good to see him return, and there's many others on the card. Ciao Bella looks to be exciting. Champion Warrior looks to be exciting, but that's it from my side. Thanks to Darren Burrows. He's done a wonderful job as always. Darren, if you are there, thank you for your help. Thank you for joining us, and let's hope that we hit them hard come Saturday afternoon.
Thank you.
All right, short and sweet. I know that Darren's got to jump off the line. He's got to go and get his bets on. So I'm going to wrap up from my side. Thanks to the team behind the scenes. We hope that you've enjoyed the show, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye.